Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Sedan channel, and here's a headline from the Crypto Basic. Flair releases list of exchanges supporting Flair airdrop for XRP holders. Now, the first list of cryptocurrency exchanges that decided to participate in the Flair token airdrop, I mean, when did that list start? Like roughly a couple years ago? And it topped off, last I recalled anyway, I thought at like 109 exchanges last I remember seeing it, probably over a year ago. There's something weird going on here. First of all, the latest list, which was just released today, it doesn't include nearly all, not even close to all of those exchanges. And out of the ones that did respond, a lot of them, or that allegedly are going to, allow the airdrop, a lot of them are being very wishy-washy on a requirement that Flair has in terms of a quick, like a speedy timeline in terms of distribution. They want it done inside of a couple weeks. And even the likes of Coinbase, they're just not committing to that. Which, is that going to surprise anybody? They won't even acknowledge that the Songbird token exists, that they have the Songbird token from Flair, and they won't distribute it. They won't even talk about it. So I'm just going to warn right here that there may be even more exchanges that will disappoint XRP holders. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And so here's what was released today. This is from the official Flair website. This piece is titled Flair Token Distribution Event, Exchange Support Update. And they wrote the following. The Flair token distribution event is confirmed for January 9th, 2023. So let's pause and note. I suspect this is actually going to happen. this time, I think it's actually going to happen. We'll see. But we have to wait just a little over a month, and then we're going to get our first taste of actual Flair. Anyway, the piece continues. The support from the major exchanges agreeing to distribute Flair to their customers within 2 weeks of this date has been excellent. We would like to thank all of the exchange teams for their endless support and collaboration. I'll pause and note, for those of you that hadn't heard, the Spark token, which it was previously FLR, it has been rebranded just to straight up Flair token, which frankly makes a lot more sense in my mind. Spark was FLR, now Flair is FLR. Yeah, I'll take that one. I think that one's better. Anyway, they continue. Below is the latest list of exchanges that have confirmed their support for the Flair distribution. Please note that we expect many more exchanges to be added to this list, so we will be republishing updates over the coming weeks as we build up to the distribution event. And okay, fair enough, but there's a huge list. You'll see here. I'll just go through this for those of you that want to look. I'm not going to read every exchange on your screen, but the ones that are listed here, they write here the latest list of exchanges that will distribute Flair within 2 weeks of January 9th, 2023. So they've committed. So this is the list. These are the cryptocurrency exchanges on the good list. They're not on the naughty list. They're on the good boy list. And there are a bunch of them. I think I think it was 25. I counted before recording this video. And then there's several Japanese exchanges that they're working on getting approval in order to do this, different regulatory environment. Okay, fine. But then there's this big old list of, let's see how many, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 exchanges that they're awaiting confirmation on. Okay, and so they wrote here, Flair tokens will only be released to exchanges that have confirmed their commitment to distribute to their customers within a reasonable period of time. If their confirmation is not received within 6 months of the token distribution event, the foundation will burn the tokens. Folks, you see I'm not trying to scare anybody, but if they won't commit to this, and that's the only way that you're going to get it, as far as I know, I don't think there's any way around it. If Coinbase and these other exchanges don't commit, they're not going to get the tokens, after 6 months, they're just gone. So hopefully, since they had previously committed to get them out to their customers, they're going to follow through. If not, my gosh, they're going to have they're going to have an angry mob on their hands, effectively, on the internet. You know what I'm saying? There'll be some very angry people. And then there were also 5 exchanges listed here that supported Songbird, which is good. Coinbase, of course, not one of them. So some firms, although, they didn't expect to be put in a position where they'd have yet another airdrop, they did what was right by their customers, so yay them. And Bittrex is, they have a meeting to speak with with the Flair team, so we'll hold off Bittrex and Bittrex US. Okay, fine. But here's the thing. Here's the list. For those of you who look at your screen, I'll just scroll through this, and I counted this before recording. This is the exchange list that agreed, and this list started, I think, about 2 years ago, and I saw it peak out, I thought, at 109 exchanges, accepting, they committed to accepting the Flair airdrop, and I know a few went bankrupt, obviously, including FTX. They're on the list. I got that. But still, on this list, I counted before recording this video 101 exchanges. But in the latest announcement, there were only 40. So what's up with the rest of them? I know they kept saying that more exchanges would join the list, but why aren't the rest of the exchanges that previously committed to the distribution, why aren't they under the section of awaiting confirmation? Because there's a bunch of exchanges like Coinbase, eToro, Binance US, awaiting confirmation in terms of distribution. Why aren't the other 61 exchanges under that category then? That makes no sense to me. I don't understand what happened. Are they no longer committed? What happened? There's no transparency. I haven't seen anybody write about it. I don't have the answer, but we're going to have to look into it. I'm just bringing it up because it's absolutely worth investigating. But I'm just concerned that there are going to be some people, these exchanges don't follow through. They're going to be really disappointed. Ugh. Now, in terms of what's happening price action wise, with the distribution being what it is, if we're actually going to be heading to the upside, if the contagion doesn't spread, and that's a big if, this could be really good timing to get Flair tokens. For me, I'm not going to sell them. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. I'm more interested in having the exposure, even if they go up and then tank quickly. I don't care. Like I haven't sold any of my Songbird tokens. They absolutely plummeted. I don't care. I'm just going to wait for the next rally. I just want to see what happens because in the short term, had I sold them, it wouldn't have mattered. Like I want to see what it can do in a bull rally. You know what I'm saying? Like a true one, like after Flair launches, and we haven't had a chance to see that. But look at this. There's this tweet from Income Sharks, a chart analyst. He shared the following with his 353,000 followers. He wrote, "You don't buy when things are good. You buy in anticipation that things will get better. Start thinking ahead 1 to 2 years. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and inflation and Fed rates won't keep increasing forever. Trade the risk, not the news." Now, I firmly believe that. I've been delivering a message, in line with that for the whole time I've been running this damn channel. Because I think that's what makes sense. It's the Warren Buffett line of be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. And there's also this tweet from Income Sharks, and this is interesting. There's a strong argument that if not for the FTX situation, crypto would be a lot higher than of course it would be higher than what it is, but not only higher, like recovering. Take a look at this tweet from Income Sharks. He shared this chart, which is the S&P 500, and he wrote, "Stocks, #stocks. Amazing how accurate historic data can be. October is historically the month we bottom, and it played out perfectly. It's just a shame that crypto didn't follow because of the timing with FTX." So you can see here the S&P 500, which is I think it's better to look at the S&P 500 than the Dow Jones, frankly, because Dow Jones, it just looks at 30 companies and the way that the average, I don't have it committed to memory, but it's different than the way that the S&P 500 is calculated, and you get a bigger slice of what the stock market is with the S&P 500, because again, it's 500 firms rather than 30 that are just in the Dow Jones. And so, but anyway, the point is, in October, you can see that the S&P 500 bottomed out down here, and it's just been trending upward ever since, which historically is what you'd expect. But we didn't see that with crypto. Why? Well, Bitcoin, it was climbing before the FTX stuff. I mean, what did it get up to? Like $21,000? Something like that? And it obviously plummeted after the FTX situation, but we know that stocks and crypto move in tandem. So if not for this, I think that there's a strong case to be made that the worst would have happened. We would have already seen the bottom. The bottom would have occurred probably back when Bitcoin hit whatever it was before the FTX collapse, when it got into, how low did it get? I actually can't remember. Did it get into the 15th? I think it did get into the 15,000s. Here, actually, I'll pull it up. I'm kind of curious. I'll go to Bitcoin here. Here's 90 days. I mean, so here it shows 16,000. Oh, wait, never mind. That's not accurate. That's, I got to go back. Let me go back a little bit further. I can't remember if it just got into like the 17,000s. Is that as bad as it got? Maybe it was. I couldn't remember. I guess it got to, what did it get to, like the upper 17,000s and then closed above that. Maybe that's what it was, and it didn't get into the 15,000s until after FTX. I guess that's what it was. But anyway, point being, If not for FTX, you probably would have started to see some climb. So then the question is, what's going to happen next? Well, $1,000,000 question. I would say if the contagion doesn't spread, then we've probably already seen the bottom. If it does spread, and look, I don't know for sure it's going to happen. I would think it'd be more probable to spread. Why would it stop here? That would just be so weird to me. If it doesn't, great. That's fine. I'll take it. But it wouldn't. Don't you think that would be weird if it doesn't spread? I would think that's peculiar. But either way, whether we've seen the bottom or not, we're super duper close. It's my personal opinion. I understand there could be another big crash, especially if there's a black swan event, whatever. But for me, this is why I'm saying, like, I'm going to hold on to my Flair tokens. I'm going to hold on to my Songbird. I'm going to hold on to all of my crypto. I have no interest in selling when we're at these levels. I'm just going to sit here and hold. I have a long-term approach, and even if it takes another 5, I've been in crypto 5 years. I don't care if it takes another 5 years. These things, like XRP, like I was saying the other day, it's just been range bound for half a decade. So what? That happens with investing. So what? I don't care. I wait for the big bursts. Most of what it is to invest, even in the stock market, like the greatest days, they're few and far between. But anyway, I'll just go ahead and wrap up there. You guys let me know what you think. I just think it's weird what's happening in terms of exchanges and the distribution with the Flair token. But I'll look into it, and if I learn anything, I'll be happy to report on the channel. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Family Sedan.